Welcome back to the Historical Photos channel. Get ready to travel back in time with rare photos from around the world, full of fascinating stories. Stay until the end. You'll be amazed. Subscribe to the channel, like it, and share your thoughts in the comments.
Rare footage from 1899 shows two women feeding children during the French occupation of Vietnam. The scene powerfully captures the hardships faced by the local people and their resilience under colonial rule. In 1958 Moscow, babies were left to nap outdoors, even in cold weather. It was a common belief that fresh air would boost their immune systems, a tradition many Russian parents firmly believed in. In the 1920s, Ohio skies became arenas for daring aerial stunts. Pilots performed risky maneuvers, often without parachutes, thrilling crowds and defining the golden age of American aviation. In 1937, deep in Tennessee, 9-year-old Eunice Winstead married a 22-year-old man. Her story reflects a troubling past, when weak laws allowed unions that today would be unimaginable. In 1942, this patient had undergone a lobotomy performed by Dr. Walter Freeman. Just 10 days later, he was photographed. Once considered hopeful for severe mental illness, the procedure is now seen as a dark chapter in medicine. During World War II, German motorcycle patrols had an unusual task: catching carrier pigeons. Some birds carried secret messages, others, tiny cameras strapped to their bodies. Even the skies weren't safe from espionage. In the 1960s, flying with Lufthansa came with a curious perk: draft beer on board. They even used special kegs to handle cabin pressure. A toast to the golden age of air travel. In the 2nd century, the Zlatian mosaic depicts gladiators, hunts, and music, offering a captivating glimpse into life and entertainment in ancient Rome, preserving centuries-old stories in stone. In the 1920s, an era of transformation and new challenges, his gaze reflects the silent strength of generations who shaped history. Every detail of his life carries legacies that live on in our memory. In 1938, in Louisiana, a family of 15 souls bound by the strongest tie: love. Amid the hardships of the time, rural life demanded more than strength. It required unity and resilience. Every smile here tells a story of overcoming. This photo shows a group of American soldiers celebrating victory in World War I by raising the American flag on a hill in Hawaii in 1918. The image became a symbol of American unity after the war. In 1932, a team of women defied expectations in London. Riding a converted motorcycle, they proved courage knows no gender. A historic moment of determination, where innovation and female strength came together to save lives. In 1910, a silent version of Wizard of Oz surprised audiences with experimental effects and a peculiar vibe. Decades before the 1939 classic, this early production paved the way for cinematic magic. In 1947, Landsberg Prison stood as a symbol of Europe's turbulent post-war era. Many prisoners carried stories of pain and survival, in a time when the scars of conflict were still fresh. In 1914, the Grand Canyon was a nearly untouched land, where raw power and endless beauty merged. Standing on its edge was to feel the vastness of time and the adventurous spirit that defined the pioneers of that era. In 1907, Norway witnessed the revolution of the telephone, a device that felt almost magical. Each call bridged distances once impossible and transformed how people connected. It was the dawn of a new era of communication. In 1955, Jim Henson introduced the world to a small creation that would become iconic: Kermit the Frog. With creativity and humor, Henson turned this simple puppet into a legend of television and pop culture. In the 3rd century, this Roman mosaic discovered in Tunisia depicts scenes from daily life and public spectacles. More than an artistic record, each detail reflects how the empire used art to tell stories and impress future generations. In 1923, in Egypt, a wedding brought together families and traditions amid a backdrop rich in history. Moments like this celebrated not only love, but also culture and bonds that span generations. In 1910, in the Kingdom of Italy, mountain guides carried a wealthy lady eager to climb Vesuvius. A meeting of adventure and privilege, showing how the pursuit of nature could bring together very different worlds. In 1904, a family stepped onto Ellis Island carrying little more than dreams. They had left everything behind, hoping to start anew in a land that promised freedom and a fresh beginning. In 1941, a dime was all it took for kids to spin around on a carousel at an Oregon carnival. In uncertain times, that simple joy became a golden memory of American childhood. In 1966, a massive U.S. Air Force C-124 flew over Berlin, carrying another plane in its hold. It was Cold War logistics at full throttle, when even aircraft had to fly inside aircraft. We don't know where or when, but maybe that's the charm. It's one of those moments from the past that catches us off guard and makes you wonder, did they know how weird this would look decades later? In 1970, a U.S. soldier discovers a message reflecting the tensions and challenges of the era, both abroad and at home. This image invites us to reflect on courage and the call for change during difficult times. In 1917, amidst the trenches of World War I, a messenger dog bravely leapt to deliver vital information, a testament to unexpected courage that saved lives amid the chaos. In April 1945, near the end of World War II, an American soldier explores a cave in Siegen, Germany, wearing the crown of the Holy Roman Empire, a curious moment linking medieval history with the turbulent present of war. On the left, Antonin Balderman at 17, on the right, at 101. A lifetime of stories and change captured in one image, showing the power of time and the beauty found in every stage of life. In 1943, an American pilot in Tunisia displayed symbols marking his aerial victories, a portrait of bravery and the fierce air battles of World War II. In the late 1800s, on the streets of London's East End, a knife and scissor sharpener was a familiar figure, a simple yet vital job in the bustling life of the Victorian era's working class. In the early 1900s, boys worked in the coal mines of Lehigh Valley, facing tough conditions to support their families. A poignant reminder of child labor challenges during the industrial age. In 1905, in South London, coal carts were pulled by horses and even goats. A curious glimpse into creative transportation solutions in early 20th century city life. In the 1930s, at a Florida contest, contestants wore masks so only their eyes could be judged. A curious celebration of beauty focused on the eyes, leaving an air of mystery. In 1943, Margot Wolk risked her life as a food taster for Hitler, a tense and dangerous role during the war. Her story reminds us of the courage and hardships faced in dark times. In 1972, George Carlin was arrested in Wisconsin after his famous 7 words you can never say on television routine. A landmark moment in the fight for free speech in American comedy. In the early 1900s, Frederick Patterson broke barriers as the first African-American car manufacturer in the U.S. A story of innovation and determination paving the way for future generations. Titanic's sister ship, Britannic, sank during World War I and now rests at just 390 feet deep. A silent reminder of naval history and the perils of war. In the 1880s, policemen like this one in Rochester faced the challenges of maintaining order in a rapidly changing city. A glimpse into the evolution of public safety in the 19th century. In 1938, Ted Drake was carried off the field unconscious, yet returned to finish the match. A striking reminder of how different sports once were, before protocols and substitutions. In 1943, Private Paul Oglesby stands quietly at the altar of a damaged church in Oturno. Amid the destruction of war, a rare moment of reverence and reflection. In 1945, Soviet students gifted the U.S. ambassador a carved wooden seal. For 7 years, it hung in his office, until it was discovered to be hiding a listening device. A Cold War twist, worthy of a spy novel.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like to support our work. I separated 2 videos for you to continue diving into the story. See you in the next video.